train today. Do you have an update on them at all?
Kepa won't be available for the game. Slight issue with his plantar fascia. I'm looking at probably days, but certainly not for the game tomorrow. Kovacic, just precautionary with his calf. Got a chance for the game tomorrow. We'll make a decision later on.
And just Koulibaly, will he be available for selection now?
Yeah, he will, provided there's no reaction. He trained today, so he was fine. So he's available in the squad tomorrow.
Okay. Who's next? Anyone? Matt? No, just shout.
Hi, Graham.
Hi.
With Kepa being out, I know he played 45 minutes a week, the first start for Edward Mendy. He had been sort of established in the one before. Have you spoken to him about that and how he's found it this last few weeks, sort of taking a bit of a step back and how he's going to find it coming back in?
Yeah, I've had some good chats with him. He's been great, top professional, very supportive. Obviously, he was injured when we first arrived, so Kepa played and Kepa did well. So he's honest enough and professional enough to know sometimes you have to be patient and work hard and support the team and support Kepa, which is exactly what he did. So can't ask any more. And he's made sure he's ready. He's made sure he's trained well. He's kept his standards really high, and now he's obviously got an opportunity. It's unfortunate for Kepa that it's come about like that, but that's life. That's professional football, and he's ready.
And just to follow on, do you now anticipate some difficult decisions in that position moving forwards, with Mendy getting a chance to make it difficult for you?
Well, you hope so. You hope you have as many difficult decisions as possible all over the team, because then you've got competition and you've got good players pushing each other to improve, and that can only be beneficial for the team.
Adrian?
You said after the game on Saturday you wanted to give it a bit of time before you analysed the result, performance. When did you feel that time was right, and what were the sort of main conclusions you came to about Saturday?
Well, it's been a process of since the game, to be honest. It's one of those things that you have to deal with. It's never nice to lose, and in the manner that we did was not pleasant. So yeah, I think we got caught up with the atmosphere. I think they came out the blocks very fast. We didn't do that ourselves, I would say, as well. So before we can talk about anything from a tactical perspective, we're 2-0 down, and then the environment is completely positive to the home team and not necessarily for us. We have a big chance to make it 2-1, and then the game probably came a little bit more open than we would like. I think their goalie makes another good save, but in the end we didn't do well enough to get the points. We scored after the second half, start of the second half. At that point, pushed a little bit. If we'd have scored, maybe it would have been interesting. As the game went into the last bits, when we're pushing to try and get a goal too much, probably it opens us up, and then the fourth one's disappointing. And the scoreline is what it is. But overall, we have to learn from the game, and we have to be better.
Because things in the Champions League are already resolved, I wonder what impact will Saturday have maybe on the approach tomorrow, whether that's your team selection, will it be a stronger team, or it might have been an opportunity maybe to change things up a bit and name an experimental team, for example, but how will Saturday impact?
Well, I think we have to have respect for the competition and respect for the teams. We have to prepare to win. We're at home. We want to finish the competition off well at this stage, and we want to respond from a disappointment at the weekend. That's what life is at this level, I think. So we'll pick a team that we think can win with respect to the opponent, and we'll try our best.
George?
Graham, hello. It's 20 days away from the World Cup. Are you a bit concerned Raheem Sterling's losing his form at the wrong time?
I've not thought about that, to be honest, in terms of the World Cup. I've not thought about it.
But for you, losing his form possibly for you too?
Well, that's your opinion. Every player has times in a season where it isn't necessarily going for them as well as they'd like it to. But again, as I've mentioned before, it's too easy to zoom into the individual. You need to look at the team and see how the team's functioning and how the team can help the whatever player you mention. And that's what we've tried to do. You have to try and help the team improve, and then the individuals within it can do better.
Any more? Okay.
Yeah, obviously you've had some youngsters involved in the training sessions recently as well. Are we likely to see any of them? And has anybody in particular impressed you in your time at the club so far?
As I said before, I don't think it's a time to be just using young players just for the sake of it. I think we have to be competitive, and we have to be respectful of the competition. That still teams are looking for the points for their own qualification. So from our perspective, we have to try and pick a team that we think can win the game. But we've used a lot of the young players, like you said. A lot of them have been impressive. I like the character, I like the personality. And it's been an important part of how we've started here at Chelsea, to get closer to the academy guys and to get to know them.
Okay, at the back.
Hello from Croatia, Nouman TV from Zagreb.
Hi.
Just wanted to hear something about Dinamo. Can you tell us how do you rate the team of Dinamo? And do you have a sense of, from the locker room, that guys want to make a revenge because you guys only lost in the Champions League against Dinamo, and that's why probably you are here.
Well, I mean, thanks for that.
Not the only reason, right?
Okay, yeah, I understand. Well, we've got first-hand experience that the Dinamo are a talented side with dangerous players, certainly in the front positions, dangerous, good width, well organised. You know, a quality team that you'd expect at this level. It's the Champions League, so they've earned the right to be here. They're still competing for the points, so we have to be good. We have to be ready for them. But we're looking forward to the game. We're looking forward to, I wouldn't say revenge, but of course we want to get a positive result because we're at home and we want to finish the competition off well. Since that game, I think we've taken steps forward, but we have to take steps again if we want to get the result.
Okay. Next team.
Yeah, thank you. From Arena Sport Croatia. What kind of the game do you expect tomorrow, technically speaking? Because in the first game, Chelsea had a lot of possession, but Dinamo managed to win the game.
Yeah, again, I don't think two games are the same, so I think that'd be wrong for us to think that, and you should never predict what the game's going to be. But we're at home. We need to realise that we should be the protagonists in the game because we're at home. We're at Stamford Bridge. We want to try and be proactive and try and create and be on the front foot. But at the same time, Dinamo have got dangerous players. They've got dangerous players if they defend deep. They can break. They can use the forwards well. They can spring from defence to attack in a dangerous manner. You have to look at the goal that they scored against us in the first game. It's a quality counter-attacking goal. So all the time, I think we understand the quality of the opponent, and then we have to just play the game, and whatever happens, happens.
Okay, last two. We have Tom and then Darren to finish.
Hi, Graham.
Hi.
You spoke about potential opportunities for young players. What about Dennis Zakaria tomorrow? Because obviously he hasn't had a game for Chelsea yet, and just wondered the conversations you've had with him. That must be quite difficult for him coming here and being so close and not playing yet.
No, exactly. I think I've mentioned him before, and as I've said before, he's been really good. He's trained well, supporting his teammates. Obviously disappointed not to play, like everybody is. But up until the weekend, results have been positive. Performances, we've been trying to take steps. But he's in the frame for tomorrow. He's in the squad. He's available for selection. So we'll wait and see.
Okay, last one, Darren.
Since you've taken on the defensive records improved the wider games, you might not be one back as of last weekend, and the word pressure has emerged. Do you embrace that, or what's your reaction?
Pressure from one game, you mean, or?
Yeah, just from one game after losing that game at the weekend.
Okay.
People start talking about pressure.
Yeah, but I think in my job or where I'm sat, you've got to be careful about what you listen to, essentially, because people can talk and say whatever. I mean, it's just part of life. You understand when you're at a club like this that you're only 90 minutes away from a crisis, and you have to put things into perspective. You have to understand where you've been and what has happened, and look at it as intelligently as you can. and then whatever people say from the outside, well, there's always opinions. There's always people that don't like you. There's always people that will have a different view of how the situation is, and you can't really control that. All I can do is focus on how I think and what I think and how I act, and then let the noise carry on, you know.
Okay, we'll leave it there.